Hi guys, it's Bobby. Welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing a little experiment per se. So I had this idea not too long ago. I think I was just reading or watching Booktube or whatever, and this idea just dawned on me. I'm going to read some Booktube darlings. And what I mean by that is books that are really popular on Booktube that you see a lot of the Booktubers read. They tend to be very, very hyped, well-loved, all that. So most of them that I've picked are YA, because those tend to be the most hyped books on Booktube. I read a lot of the hyped books that are adult because that's generally what I read. So like a lot of the thrillers and stuff like that. But these are the ones that people talk about all the fucking time. That's all they do is talk about them. And I figured, why don't I read them and see what I think? So my only thing is, before I tell you about which books that I picked to do, I've picked 5. Is I need to know from you guys in the comments, please tell me, how would you like me to wrap them up? Because I've already started reading one, because I couldn't help myself, and I'm 100 pages in, and I've kind of started vlogging. So either with each book, I can do a vlog as I read it, which isn't like the same as a weekly reading vlog. It's as I read it, and something happens that I want to talk about, I pick up my phone, I record, I talk about like what I read, what I'm excited about, what happened or whatever. So it would be very, very spoiler filled, because that's the only way you can really do it to create content in a vlog-like way. Or when I'm done reading the book, I can film not like really a review, but kind of like a review, like wrap up what I thought, what did I rate it, how was my reading experience while reading it, should it be as hyped as it is, like what I thought of it that way. So what would you like me to do? Would you like me to do it vlog style and a vlog as I'm reading it and talk spoilers and stuff as I'm coming across the things that I read in the book? Or would you rather I just do a wrap up? Because that way, if I wrap it up when I'm done reading it, I can keep it relatively spoiler free. I don't have to talk spoilers because it's just me doing like a review or a wrap up. Totally up to you. I'm totally fine doing either one. I just started doing the vlog process because I started reading one, and in case that's what you guys want to do, I had to start vlogging it. So if you guys decide that you'd rather me do the wrap-up videos, I'm totally fine with that. I've only filmed like 2 or 3 clips, and they're small on my phone. Like, I can just delete them. It's totally fine. So please let me know down in the comments, what would you prefer? Would you prefer a video wrap-up after each book that I read? So they'll show up as videos that almost look like book review videos, but it's just, what did I think? Or would you rather it be vlog style where it's very spoiler filled? Totally up to you. Please let me know in the comments down below what you'd prefer. Okay, as for the books. Okay, so 2 of the books I have to get from my library. My library has all the books that I want to read that I picked, though I own 3 of the 5, so which is kind of nice. But I will start with the one that I own, and I actually didn't own this until a couple of days ago. And this book is actually what kind of helped prompt me to do this, because it is the book 1 in a series that is so incredibly hyped on Booktube. It is very hard to find a Booktuber. Well, no, it's not necessarily hard. But a lot of Booktubers have either read it or talk about it. Some talk about it more often than others. And it's been kind of niggling in the back of my mind since I read Sookie Stackhouse, since I've been reading it, that I just kind of have this inkling I wanted to pick it up. So I found the first book in the series hardcover cheap on Amazon, and so I bought it because I figure if I end up loving this, I'm going to want to continue and collect the series. And that's City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Now, I know, okay? Like, I've talked some shit about Cassandra Clare in the past, or Cassandra Clare, I think it's Cassandra Clare, whatever. I've talked some shit about her in the past. These books are so incredibly hyped on Booktube. There is 12 books out currently that are actually main series, and then there's like 3 other ones that are like short story collections or whatever, and she's starting another trilogy in this world. It is a very huge, comprehensive world, but I've already started it. I'm 100 pages in. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking about it because that would ruin either the vlog or the wrap-up video. But there's just something that drew me to it. Like, I was like, you know what? I really want to. And I think it was because of reading Sookie. And Sookie's a trash read. Like, it's no great literature. It's a paranormal romance with some kind of mystery in it sometimes. And it's kind of a trash read. And I just had a feeling from everything I've heard about these that I would have loved the fuck out of these books as a teenager. But this book came out in 2007. So when this book came out, I was 23. So, I mean, I guess a lot of 20-year-olds love this. So I'm a 35-year-old woman, and I'm reading The Shadowhunters for the first time. So we'll see how this goes. Like, you know what? I do like a lot of YA series, and I love good paranormal stories. So we'll see how this goes. Like, I'm actually pretty hyped to read it, and I hope it's as good as everybody says it is. Granted, I've heard that the first trilogy in this series, like, which is The Mortal Instruments, is a book. It's a 6-book series, The Mortal Instruments is, but it's separated into 2 trilogies, and I think it's The Infernal Devices that's in between it. Or, yeah, I think. Is it The Infernal Devices? Yes, is in between it. So I've heard The Infernal Devices and The Dark Artifices are the best, and The Mortal Instruments is not that great. But if I'm going to do this and end up liking it, and I want to read them all, I'm going to read them in fucking order. But this is the first one I'm reading. So yeah. And it kind of is, if like I end up hating these, you might end up with like a hate vlog or a hate wrap-up video, which I don't usually like to do if I don't have to, but it is what it is. City of Bones is the first one, and I've already started reading it. Okay, next on my list, I'm going to talk about the ones that I have to go to the library for, and the first one is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, The Raven Cycle is huge on Booktube. It's Lala's favorite series of all time, Kayla over Books and Lala. She talks about it constantly. She's hosting a reread-a-thon that's going on all September, I believe, for The Raven Cycle, because it's her favorite, and the new book that's like a spin-off series, like Call Down the Hawk or whatever, is coming out in October, I think. Whatever. I attempted to read this once before. I read, this is a 4-book series, I think. Yeah, it's The Raven Cycle, I think, Dream Thieves, Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and then the Dream King or something like that. I don't know. I think it's 4 books. But it's very magical realism, fantasy-like, but I've heard, like, some people either love it or hate it. It's kind of polarizing. I tried reading it, didn't get very far. I think something else pulled my attention, and I'm going to give it another shot. And I'm allowing myself to DNF these. If I DNF them, then if it's a vlog style, it'll be very short. Like, the videos will just be short to wrap them up. But I'm giving myself a chance to DNF it, because I'm not going to waste my time forcing myself through a book I really hate, and then for me it wouldn't be worth the hype. So The Raven Boys is the first one I'll get from my library. The second book I'm going to try to get from my library, which is super hyped up, is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is I didn't even describe what these are. City of Bones is Shadowhunters. Everybody knows what they are. It's a world where there's people called the Shadowhunters. They hunt demons and shit like that. That's why I figured it'd probably be up my alley, because my favorite things are Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Sookie Stackhouse series. So I have a prediction that I'm actually probably going to fucking love this series. The Raven Boys. As far as I know, it's magical realism about a group of friends, a group of boys that are called the Raven Boys, and a girl named Blue. They're all friends. I think they're searching for some kind of a magical object or artifact. Not really sure. Okay. Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This came out last year. It was very fucking popular. The second book came out in January of this year. It is also very popular. This is a fae story about 2 sisters who end up getting kidnapped and taken to a fae world, and they have to survive. Fae people don't like humans kind of thing. I know there's a romance in there. Like, I don't know if it's a hate to love. There's some... It's all drama. Fae drama. Mel at Melted Annie really loves it. A lot of people love this series. I think there's a 3rd book coming out. I don't remember what it's called. I think it comes out at the beginning of next year. It's got a lot of hype. The hype still hasn't died down, so I'm going to give it a shot. I have 2 more books, and I own them, and the 4th one on my list is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is a deep booktube darling. This, I guess, was written during NaNoWriMo a couple of years ago. I don't even know when this came out. It's been out for a while. Copyright 2011. Sam over at Thoughts on Tomes, her favorite book of all time. She absolutely loves this book. It's a fantasy series set in a circus that is only open at night, and I believe it follows 2 children or teenagers who have to compete in like this against each other with magic. As far as I know, yeah, it's a circus that's only open at night, but there's a competition underway, a duel between 2 young magicians, Celia and Marco, who've been trained since childhood to do this exact thing. It seems like I would like it. Circuses are not necessarily my favorite thing in the world, but I don't hate them either. So if it's Sam's favorite book in the whole world, and she's the one that turned me on to Red Sister that I absolutely loved, I have confidence that I'll probably like this. It's just very thick. But I've been wanting to give it a shot. I've had it on my shelf for a while. So this is the fourth one I will be tackling. And last but not least, another favorite series on Booktube, Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I only own the first book, which is fine, because if I don't like it, I can get rid of it. I also have Vicious and Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. Still haven't read those yet either. But this is the one, I mean, people do love Vicious, but a lot of people don't like Vengeful. This book, A Darker Shade of Magic, a lot of people love. This is also very polarizing. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think A Darker Shade of Magic is considered adult, if I remember right. I don't think it's considered YA. I may be wrong on that, but I think this one's considered adult. I'm not sure. But this is a world where there's like 3 or 4 different Londons, like Red London, Grey London, and White London, and Black London, I think. And each one holds different amounts of magic. One has no magic whatsoever. One has a little bit. One has been obliterated by magic. Like, there's all these different Londons, I guess. And the main character, I guess, can travel between the Londons, and not many people can do that. Not really sure what the plot is, but it's beloved on Booktube, and I've had this on my shelf for well over a year, so it's time to give it a shot. Okay, guys, that's it. That is my plan. I'm going to read 5 Booktube darlings. If they are included in a monthly wrap-up, I'm going to skim over them and just tell a star rating, because I should have a video up, either a wrap-up of that book or the vlog, depending on what you guys choose. Please tell me in the comments below, what would you prefer? I am fine doing either. I'm fine doing a vlog. I'm fine doing just a wrap-up video, but please let me know what you guys would prefer, because doesn't matter to me, but I'd like to give you the content that you guys would rather have. So please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to continue filming vlog footage for City of Bones, just in case that's what you choose. If not, then it's fine, I'll scrap it. But because I've already read it, like, I don't want to wait. Like, I don't want to put it on hold, because I've started it. I want to keep going. So please let me know what you think of my picks. Is there any other ones that you'd like to throw in there? I will say this. Strange the Dreamer was on my list, but after thinking about it, I've decided to donate Strange the Dreamer. After listening to what other people have said about it who love the book, I do not think it's for me. I think I will hate it, and I don't want to force myself to read a book that'll just be a hate review or a rant review. It's it's high fantasy, which is fine. I like high fantasy, but I guess it's very, very slow-paced, and it's very lyrical and flowery, and I just know I'm not going to like it. It's just not for me. So that's being donated, so I'm not going to read that one. But yeah, that is it, guys. Please let me know in the comments down below what kind of way you'd like me to wrap it up. Is there any other books that you would be interested in my thoughts on? These are the 5 I'm going to do for now. I'm actually kind of excited about it, because some of them I've been meaning to read for a while, so it's just time to get them out of the way and see if it's even worth it. But yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.